Hey, welcome to This Mama's House. Today I'm sharing with you my pregnancy essentials, the must-have items for the first, second, and third trimester of pregnancy. Hey guys, if you're new here, my name is Tabitha. I am currently 35 weeks pregnant with baby number 6. So I have been around the block quite a few times, and today I'm going to share with you what I feel like are pregnancy essentials, things that I have to make my pregnancy more comfortable, healthier, and all around just better. So these are going to be things for your first trimester all the way to the very end, and it's just basically a whole scope of what I like to use whenever I am pregnant. So I'm glad you're joining me today. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd love to have you. Normally I post homemaking videos and motherhood content, so I'd love to have you join my channel. Before we get too deep into the essentials, I did want to mention that this video is sponsored by Built Bar. I love Built Bars, especially in pregnancy. If you've been around for a long time and you've followed multiple pregnancy journeys of mine, you will know that I always say that protein is so important to have when you're pregnant. It not only helps with nausea, but it helps with energy too. So that is why I am so excited to introduce you to Built Bar. If you have not heard of them, they are an amazing protein bar. They come in so many different flavors. My favorite is the mint brownie, and I feel like the minty flavor helps when you're pregnant too because it just helps with the nausea. But I also have the mix box where there's all sorts of different flavors: peanut butter, chocolate, cherry, like whatever flavor you like. I'm sure Built has it. They are full of protein and good ingredients. They're made with real chocolate. The macros are amazing. You can go to their website and see all the details of the ingredients and things like that if you're interested. But look at this. It looks just like a candy bar and it tastes like one too. This is so chewy inside. There's no chalky, dense taste like you get with your typical protein bars. I always eat protein bars when I'm pregnant. I'm so happy that this time I found Built because these are my absolute favorite. So if you want to try Built for yourself, jump down to the description box. You can get 10% off anything on their website. They have other products than just the bars, and my whole family loves them. So I think you guys will too. Definitely check them out and use my code to get 10% off. So protein is huge in pregnancy, I feel like, and that is definitely a must-have. Find a good source of protein. And I think a protein bar is just a fun, easy way to get a lot of protein in. So the first thing I want to do, I have all my little notes on my phone here, but the first thing I want to do is talk about like first trimester must-have. So in the first trimester, you tend to get really bloated and you look more pregnant than you really are just from the bloating. It's like at the end of the day, you already look like you're a few months pregnant, even when you're only just a few weeks. So one thing that I love to take that helps with the bloating is probiotics. Now these are my favorite. These are the Garden of Life raw probiotics for women specifically, and they make such a big difference in my first trimester with the bloating, but they also help in the third trimester too. Just throwing that out there. If you get heartburn, try taking more probiotics and see if it helps, because for me it does help. These are normally stored in the fridge, so I'm gonna have to put them back. But these are my favorite brand. They're a little bit pricey, but I feel like they're really worth it. And as well as helping with heartburn in the third trimester, they can help if you do the test for what is it, GB, I think it is. I don't test for that, but I always take extra probiotics at the end of pregnancy for that reason. So probiotics are a huge must-have throughout the pregnancy, but they really do help with the bloating in the first trimester. So in the first trimester, we all know that we tend to get very nauseous. And what helps me is protein, eating enough food and like getting something in my stomach. but sometimes it doesn't matter what you do, it's still hard to deal with. So I like to always have some sort of citrus essential oil. I like lemon or orange, and I just feel like it uplifts me and distracts me from the nausea, and I literally just smell it. Like, I can carry this around in my purse, and anytime I'm feeling super nauseous, just inhale it. Sometimes I'll put it on my palms and inhale it like that. But just having the citrus smell helps a lot for me personally. Some people like to do peppermint, and I feel like that works sometimes too. There's different blends for your stomach specifically. So just find an essential oil that you can have ready to go in your purse and carry with you anywhere to smell whenever you're feeling those waves of nausea. So in the first trimester, sometimes with the nausea, it can be really hard to take a prenatal regularly. And this is like the time in your life where you need to be taking your vitamins regularly because you're growing a human. But the most important vitamin to get in the first trimester is folate, or the easy to absorb form of folic acid. So I ordered from Pink Stork both the liquid folate and the pill form of folate. So depending on how I felt that day, I could take a pill, I would, or I would just take the liquid. It tasted pretty good, and that way I knew that at least I was getting the folate that I needed to make sure that the baby was developing properly, because in the first trimester all the systems are getting developed, and it's really important to have this for the neural tube and the brain and the spine and all those important things that us humans have. So having just plain folate for the days that you can't stomach a full prenatal is really, really key, I think. Another thing that I like to take in the first trimester is beef liver. I know it sounds awful, but I like this one from Ancestral Supplements. It's easy for me to take, and I don't have any aftertaste. Like, I don't feel like I'm eating liver, which sounds so disgusting to me sometimes. But I'm getting the benefits of eating organ meats. And if you don't know, organ meats are really, really good for you. And we've stopped eating them for the most part in our culture, but we're missing out on some really good nutrients. So I am always anemic and I have low iron. You can sometimes hear it in my voice because I'm short of breath, and that's a symptom of low iron. Sometimes I'm fatigued, like not mentally, but like my body feels fatigued. That's another symptom of low iron. So I always try right away to get something in me that's going to help boost my iron, and liver is a great way to do it because it also contains copper and other vitamins that help you absorb the iron. So if you are anemic, pregnancy sometimes even just causes anemic if you weren't previously, it's really important to find something, and I recommend something food-based like liver, or peas have a lot of iron too. Something food-based so that you don't get the side effects of just like a regular iron pill. So moving into the second trimester, your tummy's getting a lot bigger, and that is usually when I need some support when I am sleeping. And this is the first pregnancy that I've actually bought a pregnancy pillow, and I didn't buy the typical C-shaped huge pillow because I just felt like I would be uncomfortable with something so big and like around me. I get a little bit, I don't know, claustrophobic, or I just have like too much sensory. I don't like that. So I found on Amazon this amazing wedge pillow. It looks funny. My kids are like, it looks like a dog bone. But it just basically lays like this on the bed, and then you're on your side here in the middle, and it just gives your belly some support. Sometimes in the second trimester, you feel like your belly's like hanging down and it's like pulling. So having that little bit of support just on the edge of your tummy, it feels so good. And I got great sleep in the second trimester using that pillow. But I don't use it anymore. I don't know what it is. I just don't need to. I don't have that hanging down feeling, maybe because it's bigger now, but that was key for me to get good sleep in the second trimester. Another thing that you need to pull out in the second trimester is comfortable clothing, because your tummy's getting bigger and anything that like digs into your stomach is just so uncomfortable. It's like sometimes if I'm wearing a pair of pants that dig in, it can make me nauseous and it's just not cool. So I ordered some leggings on Amazon and I'm wearing my favorite pair right now. These are just some cheetah print, but they cover your entire tummy and they're really, really comfortable. Like I said, I am kind of a sensory person, so I don't typically like a full panel on my belly, but these ones are so comfortable, I don't even notice it. I got a few different pair that I like, but these are my favorite for sure. And I also wear a lot of dresses when I'm pregnant. So skirts are like my favorite thing to wear, but they cut into my belly and I haven't found a good maternity skirt. So I'll just put a pair of leggings on under my dress and it works out really, really good. So we're in the winter time right now when I'm really big and pregnant. So I have to wear like some sort of something under the dress to stay warm. Another thing that is key in pregnancy is drinking enough water. So I make sure that I have a good water bottle. I love this water jug from the brand Bubba. It's like 40 ounces or something. I can't remember. 48 ounces. And this is the one that I carry around throughout the house. I usually try to drink at least 2 or 3 of these a day. And I always have it filled up and right by me. Now this doesn't fit in the cup holder of a car, so I do have another one that I like to bring with whenever I'm leaving the house. This one I got at Marshall's. It fits in the car, it keeps drinks cold, and this is the one that I take with me. So I'm literally always with water. I never leave without water, and that's just how I make sure that I get enough. And these are really good for breastfeeding too, because you're gonna have to drink way more water when you're breastfeeding. And if you followed me a while, I used to have a blue one with like circles on it, and I dropped it too many times, it broke. But it was worth it so much that I bought a second one. I love this thing. So in the second trimester, your nausea is getting better, and this is really the time that you want to focus on really good nutrition. So having a really good prenatal is super important. So I've been using the Alani Nu prenatal capsules. These have everything you need in it. You only have to take 2 a day, and I think these are a really good quality prenatal. Some people can't swallow pills. I'm the opposite. I would rather just swallow it, get it over with, than have to chew something or have a liquid. So just find one that's good for you and has really good ingredients and like good forms of vitamins, because sometimes synthetic vitamins are harder for your body to absorb, so you'll just pee them out and it's kind of a waste at that point. But I like the Alani Nu one. And if you like the gummy kind, Smarty Pants has a good prenatal too. And I've talked about a lot of supplements, so another thing that is huge for me is having a supplement organizer. I feel like an old lady with this, with my pills, but these are really nice. You can take one out if you need to take it on the go, but once a week I just fill this up with all of my supplements, and then I don't even have to think about it. I can just grab whatever one I need and take it. So some people ask, why do I take so many supplements? You seem to have a really good diet. But the thing is, I don't have a consistently good diet where I'm getting literally everything I need. And a lot of these are like the beef liver or different things, not just a multivitamin over and over again, because that would be a waste. But this is something that you definitely want to talk to your doctor or your midwife about and figure out what's best for you and what you should be taking. But I love having the supplement organizer, so I don't have to think about it as much. Now your belly is growing in the second trimester. A lot of people like to use oils or moisturizers on their belly. I sometimes do and sometimes don't. I feel like having a greasy belly is really uncomfortable for me. But I do like to put lotion on my feet and legs. So the Dr. Teals Lavender lotion is one of my favorites because it's just really calming, and I like to put it on at night before bed. My feet tend to get dry whenever I'm pregnant, and this stuff is awesome. So having a good lotion for whether it's your belly or your feet, like me, is a really good idea when you're pregnant. Moving on to what I like in my third trimester. I told you that I like to wear a lot of dresses when I'm pregnant. And if I'm not wearing leggings under them, I like to wear these maternity shorts. They go up your belly and they support your back. They're like snug and just hold everything in. And they're kind of like a Spanx, but not really. They smooth everything out and hold everything in, and it just feels good when you're out and about. I don't typically wear these around the house though, because they're just a little bit too snug for like all day for me. But these ones are from Blanky, and I love these. I have some of their postpartum clothes as well, but these maternity shorts are really nice to have underneath dresses, especially like when I'm going to church on Sunday. Another thing that you definitely want to have is a really good and supportive and comfortable bra. So I got these on Amazon. It came in a 3-pack, and this is actually a nursing bra and a pumping bra, and it just feels really good in pregnancy. So it has the clip to fold down to be a pumping bra, and then you can just pull it back to be a nursing bra. So it's like a 3-in-1, and I don't really feel like there's a need to buy a maternity bra and a nursing bra. You might as well just get one and you can use it for both. So I really like these ones from Amazon. I have several and they're just really comfortable. I am prone to mastitis, so any wiring is not good for me, and I've never had a problem since using these bras with mastitis. So just saying. Another thing that happens in the third trimester that's not good and not fun is heartburn. And like I said, I don't like to chew things, so Tums are out for me. I usually like to mix just a little sprinkle of baking soda in a tiny cup of water, and I just take it down. And this helps me every time. I don't worry about it because I know as soon as I take the baking soda water, I'm gonna be fine. Another option would be like apple cider vinegar, but I personally find that this works great, as well as taking those extra probiotics that I talked about at the beginning of the video. Another thing that I love to do in the third trimester is take relaxing baths at the end of the day, and I always like to add in some Dr. Teals Epsom salt. I like to get the one that doesn't have any fragrance or essential oils, and then I can just add my own if I want. But this is just the plain Epsom salt, which is magnesium. It helps you relax, it helps your muscle soreness, and it's just an awesome thing to do before bed. At night you'll get way better sleep if you use an Epsom salt bath. 3 supplements that I always take at the end of my pregnancies to prepare for birth are red raspberry leaf tea. Now most people have heard of this one. It's really, really good for your uterus, and I like to have these packets. So a while back, I made my own concoction of loose leaf tea with the red raspberry leaves, peppermint, chamomile, and while that's good, I find that having the loose leaf tea and just the way I have to make it, it takes more energy or more work than I really want to do, and having a tea bag is just so much more simple for me. So I find I'm a lot more consistent with drinking the tea when I have these little packets. So I get the one from Traditional Medicinals, and it's literally just straight red raspberry leaf. And I drink 1 cup a day, and I brew it for about 15 minutes. There's different ways that you can brew it, different lengths of time. I've done it different in past pregnancies, but this time around, I'm just doing 1 cup a day brewed for like 10-15 minutes. So I find that I'm more consistent when I keep it simple. Another thing I take starting at about 35 weeks is Gentle Birth Tincture. Now this has red raspberry leaf and a bunch of other herbs in it to help like prepare your body for birth, prepare your uterus, and it just makes for an easier, faster labor as well as a faster recovery too. And then another thing I take is evening Primrose Oil. There's a lot of controversy about this and whether or not you should take it, so obviously talk to your doctor. But I always take this. I've never had any issues, and it's also really good for the mood postpartum. So I love having it. I take 2 a day and I'm good to go, and it helps me prepare for labor. It helps soften my skin so I don't tear, and I just really like it. And the last thing is an app on my phone that I just recently got, and it is the Christian Hypno birthing app. So this was $3.50 a month, and now that I only have like a month left, it's perfect. But it just gives you different breathing exercises, different affirmation. It reads Bible verses that help uplift and inspire you. There's just all sorts of different good soundtracks on this Hypno birthing app, and it's Christian based, so I really appreciate that and I love it. So those are all of my pregnancy must-haves, and I hope this helps you out, gives you some ideas on how to have a more enjoyable, more comfortable, healthier pregnancy. Let me know what your pregnancy must-haves are down in the comments, because I know other mamas are going to go down there and read and try to find some other ideas that maybe I don't have that you can share. So definitely leave me a comment down below and give this video a thumbs up if you like pregnancy and baby content. And don't forget to check out Built Bar, and thanks to them for sponsoring today's video. So we will see you guys in the next one. Bye!